So I'm open to the ideas of why Hillary Clinton would be a good president. I have asked this question for a good 3 months now, and I have not had one answer to it from anybody, anywhere. Which shows me that there isn't a single reason. But I want to be wrong. I don't want to be right, I want to be wrong. So please explain to me why Hillary Clinton would be a good president. Okay, silence, doesn't exist. Doesn't exist one single reason. There are many more candidates. Why don't you know the names? Because either there's one of two possibilities. Number one, it's just not interesting for you, and so you don't research it. Number two, you wait for somebody else to give you the information, which is not going to happen. You know, waiting. It's like waiting for a bus in London. It never comes, and when they do come, there's three at once. So there are more candidates, but you don't hear about them because nobody wants you to know about them. Gary Johnson is a third-party candidate who's running for president. Somebody, Janet Hill, oh my God, the leader of the Green Party, yeah, who said last week, don't vote for Hillary Clinton because she'll start a nuclear war with Russia. In an interview on TV, she said that. She said Hillary Clinton is a mad woman who will start a nuclear war with Russia if she's elected. So that didn't get printed in the newspapers, of course, because they don't want you to know that. Imagine in Slovakia you have two big political parties. I don't know. Imagine you've got Smer and I don't know who's saying SNS, okay? And it's like 40%, 40%, right? And you've got all these other little parties. Everything in the media is going to be Smer, SNS, Smer, SNS. They're not even going to talk about the other little parties. So that's the situation. You've got the Republicans and Democrats, and then you got Independent, Libertarian, Green Party, and other parties there. So so there are more people, but the media doesn't want you. And as Hillary Clinton basically owns all the major media in the United States, every single newspaper has her face on the cover saying, our next president. Yeah, even though she can't walk, she can't stand up, she can't hold a press conference, she keeps falling over. She's sick, she's got Parkinson's, she's got a brain disease. The Secret Service said that this woman is... The Secret Service said this woman will be lucky to live long enough to be elected. Because we just have to, pick her up every day because she keeps falling over all over the place. So, there's that. There's the fact that electronic voting machines, I mean, only an idiot would run a system with electronic voting machines. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Because you just press the magic button and your vote will automatically be recorded. As if somebody sitting somewhere can't manipulate that. I mean, that's just ridiculous. No. And Donald Trump said, let's have all paper. And everyone said, oh no, what are you, crazy? Seems like a good idea to me, right? So you have all the mainstream media like, oh, Hillary Clinton winning by 10%, Hillary Clinton winning by 15%. It's all bullshit. Excuse my language. None of it's true. There was an independent poll yesterday on Drudge Report, which is the world's largest media website. And 84% of people who were polled said they would vote for Trump. And only 16% said they would vote for Clinton. Yes. 84%. I posted it on my Facebook this morning. Where's the Drudge Report? Drudge Report. Let's view results now. This is, I don't know, 82.9%. It's the world's largest media website. 82.9% said they'd vote for Trump. 17.1% said they'd vote for Clinton. These are the real statistics. That might be true. I only have I have my opinion based on what I read, but that doesn't mean my opinion is right. It doesn't even mean what I read is right. It could all be false. I don't know, but I don't think it makes any difference. I think Russia's going to have the same problem the day after the election that they had the day before the election. And I'll tell you, if for some reason Hillary Clinton loses the election, I don't think she can lose it because all the newspapers are. She controls the whole system. It doesn't matter how many people vote for Trump. Clinton will win because I think that the whole system is fixed. But if for some reason so many people vote for Trump that he does win, then the very first thing you will see happen is that Hillary Clinton will blame Russia for Trump winning. She'll say that Russia hacked the election, fixed it, even though Barack Obama said you can't hack an election, which of course is not true, but it's all doublespeak. So the Hillary Clinton will say that the Russians hacked the election and Barack Obama will nuke them or something like that. And that'll be bye-bye Russia. Except for the fact that it'll be bye-bye America, because Russia will do the same thing back. So so they're having their mini war right now in Syria, right? The Russians and the Syrians and the Chinese on one side, and the British and the Europeans and NATO and the Americans on the other side. It's stupid. It's like a game of toy soldiers or something. It's just madness. So they should all stop it. So of course that's not printed in the media because they don't want you to know that. I think that Putin is in a stronger position if America is in a weaker position. This is a basic principle. In a weaker position. I think Putin is in a stronger position if America is in a weaker position. So, who is the weaker president, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? I think the weaker president is Hillary Clinton because she's sick. She's got Parkinson's disease. She's mentally ill. I don't think. I know. That's the doctor's report. The last two doctors who presented this on national television got fired, even though one was the #1 doctor on American 1 month ago. He was live on national TV and he said, well, Hillary Clinton's got Parkinson's disease. He was fired the next day. The #1 doctor on America. Yeah. Yeah, just Google, top 5 leading doctors all say Hillary Clinton has Parkinson's disease and you'll get the articles. Luckily, we have if you use the right keyword search terms in Google, you can find the information, Clinton, Parkinson's disease, top doctors, and you'll get the articles. So yeah, you just put the pieces of the puzzle together. Hillary Clinton was, when she was head of the State Department, she didn't go to work for a whole year because she was in hospital. A whole year. She wasn't at work. She was in hospital for a whole year. She had a brain operation. She was in hospital for a whole year. She wasn't even at work. Where's that in the news? Right? Hillary Clinton's husband has been convicted of rape in court 7 times. Convicted, found guilty of rape 7 times in court. Bill Clinton. Yet Trump is bad because he held a woman's hand. Right? Hello, standards. Right, standards. So, this is so we live in Disneyland. The media has just now gone Disneyland. I can go to the local newspaper here. I can give them money, and they will print anything I want. And yet, people believe that these media outlets, the most powerful in the world, are actually printing what's true. I don't even know if the alternative media is true. It's so messed up that even the alternative might not even be right. So that all I know is that I can't believe anything in that situation. So we have a tendency to believe that which is further from us because we understand it less. But the truth is, when I apply the principle of I can go to the local newspaper, I can give them money, they will print whatever I want, to think that it's not the same somewhere else is kind of crazy. To think that it's not worse, right? To think that it's not worse. And who buys newspapers anyway? Does anybody buy newspapers anymore? I don't know any young people that watch TV. Unless their parents are watching it. And they watch it with them. Yeah. I'm not sure that if knowledge is a blessing, a positive, or a curse, right? You know, and this is like, oh, we need to educate people. It's like, whoa, can they actually hold this information and understand it, right? Or are they just, is it just going to be too much for most people? Because it's difficult for the mind to, you break down basic reality that we perceive less than 1% of what is real. This is like at any moment in time, our brain is filtering out 99% of reality and focusing on 1%. So at any point in time, we only understand really 1%. So and then the more we study it, the less we understand. So it's very, very difficult. It took me a while to break down this word because okay, ment is mind. Okay, we that's from Latin. That's easy. Mente meaning mind. Enter is okay. Enter to go into something. Okay, it's got that. But this part was confusing me, and you have to find other words like detain or retain. Retain is to hold information in the mind, and detain is to hold a person. So this concept of tain or maintain, to keep things the same. So the idea of tain is to hold something. So yeah, young people are not interested in politics because they are entertained. Their mind is held by other things that are happening. Films, music, it's general life, right? I mean, this is always, yeah, and they have a problem understanding the concept of how voting for somebody they've never met, they've never seen is going to help them when their life is already organized for them in many ways. So they don't understand that principle, which is it leads us back to the question of should everybody be allowed to vote? I don't know, no idea about that. So probably not. But so we can expect only more madness between now and the American election. It's an interesting time to be alive, especially if you study how the information works and how everything is connected together. It's a very interesting time to be alive. If you're working in media and advertising, it's a very interesting time to be alive, to look at people's activities and reactions to things, how people, how emotional people get about something which is not an emotional topic. It should be a very practical topic. It should be a question of analysis. Okay, let's look at this, and you know, even the media has just made it all personal. This is all emotional. It should have nothing to do with it should have very little to do with the character of the person and everything to do with the policies of the person. Like, it doesn't matter if a person is a good person or a bad person if they're doing the right thing for the country. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do in your personal life if you're making the right decisions for the country. Or hopefully you're doing the right things in your personal life as well, but it doesn't really matter. It's not really that important what people do in their personal life, as long as they make the right decision. It doesn't matter who said what to who, where, and when, if your policies are the right policies. One thing is for sure: the result of this election will probably decide the future of this planet. So, unfortunately, yeah, and that's crazy because normal people have to live with this. So, I like to think that we've progressed so much over the last 40, 50 years that we can get beyond these problems. We can get beyond them and to try to have a bit more sanity, diplomacy, and things that go on. I like to think that. I don't know if it will be true. We will see. It might even all be theatre. Who knows? Maybe everything's already pre-decided. Maybe somebody somewhere already knows. You know, there was an interview with a media analyst for the British government about 10 years ago, or maybe less than 10 years ago, and he said the British government and the BBC and the BBC and Downing Street meet every day. They meet every day to plan what will be promoted in the media 6 months in advance. So on the 1st of January, they're planning what will be on the news in July. At one point, I thought it's all a matrix. We're lost. But I've changed my opinion over the last few years. I'm much more positive than I was before.